think even the West should take lessons from the West.
Speaking of national dignity,
we're chasing ghosts. In America, in his own country, every 13 seconds a woman is battered. In the UK, there's 160 rapes a day. That's about 90,000 a year. And that's not me saying it, that's not a mad mufti or mullah, it's actually Amnesty International UK. If you look at NSPCC research, 7% of all children are victims of child abuse. Let's not chase phantoms, let's not chase ghosts.
the regional movements and revolutions are all related to national dignity.
It is well known that in Islamic history, when Quranic values and Islamic values were implemented during history, we saw some very positive things, to the point where if we look at some academic works, we see that actually Christians used to ask Muslims to rule over the Christians, even the Jews. A very famous Jewish historian, a contemporary Jewish historian, Zion Zohar, he said thus, when the Muslims crossed the Straits of Gibraltar in the Iberian Peninsula, the Jews saw the Muslims as liberators from Christian persecution. It's well known, if we look at various academic literature, the impact on the Zionist lobby with regards to American politics. I mean, to even claim something antithetical to this would probably mean that Bloom is probably living on another planet. But I would like to add that this whole situation, especially with regards to freedom of speech, we must understand Western tradition and Eastern tradition. And I think they meet at some point, because Muslims are not that sensitive. We don't really have a problem with discussion, dialogue and debate. What we have a problem is how we couch that debate and that discussion. Historically, for example, if we look into Baghdad, what we saw in Baghdad historically, we saw atheists, deists, Muslims, Christians, and lots of people from different theological and political and philosophical points of the spectrum coming together and having a frank, open discussion.
Speaking of national dignity,